Hey everybody, and welcome to an all new video with Matt. Today I'm going to show you how to make these simple, cool planter boxes. But first, you're going to need a few things. Alright guys, so to get started, we will need a pen or pencil, a tape measure, a skill saw, circle saw, miter saw, whatever you want to call it. You need a saw. You need some nails and a hammer, or you can use screws and an impact driver. You can also use a air nailer with brad nails. We need some 2x4 lumber, a speed square. You'll need a flower pot and some paint or stain. And then for the cut sheet right here, guys, you're going to need to cut out 16 2x4s that fit your pot, and you'll need 2 2x4s cut out to fit the top of the box. Alright guys, so also if you're going to be going by my plans, that is great, but if you have a planter pot that's like say bigger or smaller than what we got using right here in the video, this is a 5-gallon size like standard gardening soil bucket right here, guys. What you can do is what I've done right here is you take a piece of 2x4 and you want to put the middle of it about in the middle right here, right? That's what you want to do first. Then what you need to do is take another piece of 2x4, a little scrap piece, right? And you want to line it up at the end just like that right there, and you want to give it just a little bit of wiggle room, that way your lip can overhang onto this once we get it stacked up, right? So go ahead and get that lined up right there. Like that looks really good. I got about a 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch gap right in here, right? So now what I want to do is I'll go to the other side over here, right? And I will line up my board about the exact same gap and space, line it up nice and even right there, and then go ahead and take your pen or pencil and make a mark on the back side right here, and then cut that board to fit, right? So once you got, say like I made a mark right here, I'm gonna cut that off. Whatever that measurement winds up being for you is what's going to work for your pot. Alright, so once you got your measurements for your size flower container and whatnot, then you're going to need to cut out 16 boards at the same measurement. So for example, mine right here was 17 1/4, so I cut out 16 boards at 17 1/4. So you'll need to cut out 16 boards of what your measurements wind up being. Alright, so now we got all 16 of our boards cut out to do our stacking with. Now you got some options right here, guys. You can leave it wood like that, looks really cool, or you can paint it, you can stain it, you can do whatever you like with it. For me, I'm going to paint it some tropical colors, that way it'll look good in my little tropical jungle I got going on in my backyard, guys. So let's go ahead and get these painted before we assemble. Alright, so I already got a bunch of my pieces painted on the backs and the sides and the front tops right here, so I'm just going to let all of that stuff dry overnight and come back here in the morning and paint the other side right there. Alright guys, now we got all of our pieces painted. We're ready to start putting it together. So what you want to do is take 2 of your boards and lay them down just like that. Then it gets super easy after this. Then you just want to lay down a board and get it nice and lined up on both corners right there, and go ahead and either nail or screw down that one board in place. Then you'll take your other board, you will lay it across, do the exact same thing. You want to line it up nice and even, and then go ahead and shoot your nails in, and then basically you're just going to keep doing that until you run out of boards. So just keep stacking them up, nailing them or screwing them until we get to our desired height. Alright guys, so now you got all of your pieces stacked up. You're at your very top. So what you need to do now, guys, is take a tape measure, and you're going to need to measure the gap that you got between here and there and cut that board. And you want to double check both sides. Don't want to just check one side in case you may have got out of line just a hair or two on the way up. So like right here, for example, just looking at that, looks like it's 10 3/8 right there, guys. So let me check this side right here, and that is about the same, 10 3/8. So now we're going to go ahead and cut our 2 boards to go in the middle. Like I said, in my project it's 10 3/8, but your size that you're doing might be different, so always measure that gap. Go ahead and cut those 2 boards and paint those 2 boards, and then go ahead and get them put into place going across. Alright guys, so once you've got your two middle pieces right there nailed on, what you need to do is go ahead and put another top coat layer of paint. That way it'll hide all of your nail holes right there, guys. So go ahead and get that done now. Alright guys, there you have it. There is our planter box right there fully done. I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to hit that like button down below for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.